and we should be better with Josiah and Jawan on the floor together. And I think we got 16 of them out there tonight. Very important when you look at the bottom line. And then I really thought we were sharing it early and got that thing moving around, and our pace was phenomenal. And disappointing end to the first half. We started turning down open shots and trying to go into the crowd and make some circus layups, and that got them right back in the game. The confidence that they built at the end of the half was very dangerous. And, instead of finding a way to keep that thing at 30, and there's no doubt, now it's 20, and they come out second half, go on a run, now you're 10 or 12, that thing's a dogfight. So, I was proud of how they came out of the locker room and responded. I think we pushed it up to 26 pretty quickly at the beginning of the second half, and then we just kind of held them the rest of the way. But, really, really good effort. It's what we needed, and this off week is coming at a good time for our guys.
With Michigan kind of tightening up, how much of that was the zone they came out with, and how do you think that affected?
Well, they pressed, they zoned. I mean, we listen. When you miss layups and have opportunity to shoot open threes and you don't shoot them, you're playing a dangerous game, and that's what happened. But I think we got their attention at halftime, and then went back out there and started playing the right way. And I think the important thing in that first half, we had one turnover. I've talked a lot about our formula for success. Still too many offensive rebounds, but better. We won the overall battle on the boards, and that's what it's about. If you win that and you take care of the ball, you have a good chance to win.
Bryce was plus 29, and there was that stretch in the second half when he had 8 or 9. It felt like that kept them at bay.
Yeah, he was terrific, and I thought his early energy guarding the ball. We wanted to pick up and apply some pressure, and I thought Bryce did a really good job, trying to make them uncomfortable and start their offense a little bit further out on the floor. That's, we've talked about this. That's a talented team. Of their 12 league games going into this one, they've had a lead in 10 of them. And Illinois, they were down by 1. So this team has been getting off to a really good start. So it was important for us to come out and establish ourselves early. And again, I give our guys a lot of credit for doing that.
Coach, that first 15-minute stretch, how does that compare in terms of like the best team performance you've seen over a stretch of that span this season?
Yeah, it was a phenomenal stretch of basketball, and I just loved the swagger that our guys were playing with. Our guys. The important thing with what happened to us last week is our guys did a great job responding to adversity, and that's what this business is all about. We had 2 tough losses, Illinois in overtime, and then got our butts kicked at Northwestern. So to find a way to bounce back, this was a very important game leading into our bye week to come out and get right and do a lot of really good things and play a really solid game of team basketball. And I think we had 18 assists tonight, first half. That thing was popping out there. And, this certainly is something we can build on. We're playing a completely different team that's, I think, 12th in the country and turning teams over. So it's going to be a tough game, a big game of prep for us. And we're going to have to come out and play well because Penn State's as hot as anybody in our league.
Is it almost an ideal situation to win a game like this by 20, but also have enough to kind of say, well, here's all your flaws, and then have a week to kind of reset physically, mentally, just have that balance of not feeling too high?
Yeah, I mean, last time I think we had a week was going into Creighton, and we did not obviously come out of the gates well in that game. So, it's an important week, but we can't get comfortable. We have to keep our edge. We have to continue to do the things that made us successful tonight, even though it's going to be a completely different game plan with the way Penn State plays. It's going to be similar to how Maryland, picks you up, heats you up, pressures you, and we're going to have to handle that well if we want a chance to win. They've won 2 of their last 3 on the road by 15 points. So this is a really good basketball team, and we're going to have a good, good couple days. We'll give them off tomorrow. We'll come in for skill work on Monday. Amy, you asked me this question yesterday, so I'm beating you to the punch here. And then Tuesday, we'll give them another day off. So they'll get 2 of the next 3 off, and then we'll get 3 days of prep heading into Penn State.
What do you like about your defensive performance? What do you think you're able to do to keep Michigan uncomfortable?
I thought our rotations were really crisp tonight. I thought our double teams were good. I thought we had activity with our hands, and we were flying around. You have to do that. It's a team that I think 3rd in the conference in 3-point shooting. They made, does that say 8? 8. So, we've been giving up double digits a lot. And, sometimes you have to give up something. But I thought our overall activity was exactly where it needed to be.
You guys did a good job of passing up good shots for great shots tonight.
Or in that stretch, we passed up good shots for terrible shots in that, the last 5 minutes of the half. But yes, I agree with you. I thought we did a good job of finding the open man where we drove it in to help. We call that the good to great concept, where you turn down maybe a good one to get a great one. And for the most part in that first half, I thought our guys did that.
Anything else for Coach?
Matar's 3.
Yeah, how about that?
They're pushing you.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I had to get the bye week for Bryce.
2 days back to back.
I'm saying. Usually this is Rink's job. Well, with questions for Bryce.
Bryce, this was a game that you guys really needed to have, especially coming off this last 4. To come out with that type of intensity and fight, was that something you could kind of sense going into it that you guys were dialed in?
I couldn't actually sense it. I was kind of I didn't know what direction it was going to go in energy-wise. I just knew we were all focused, and that was the biggest deal all week, actually. And then when the tip-off happened, we were locked in. The intensity was there. Obviously, we got up, but it wasn't set. The tone wasn't set by our offense. It was set by our defense, like picking up full and being in the lanes and forcing shot clock violations, and that really set the tone for the game.
How big was Joe, especially early, grabbing those 2 early offensive rebounds?
Joe was mad at himself about Northwestern, how he didn't have any rebounds, so he came out today trying to set the tone, and he did. He set the tone for the game on the glass, and then the rest of us kind of followed. But yeah, Joe had something to prove to himself.
You mentioned that defensive performance. Just what went into that? What were you doing to make Michigan uncomfortable?
Just pressuring the ball. The guy, I actually know him. Just growing up, I used to watch him just because he played for Team Loaded. McMillan or something, McWellen, something. But just pressuring the ball, getting them out of their offense, because if they can walk down and set up where they want to set up, then their offense is going to be easy. But if they had to deal with pressure and have like 8 seconds come off the clock, it just speeds up their offense and makes them more antsy.
How key was that, first 5 minutes of the second half after they had the little spurt just before the break there?
How key was it?
Yeah, you guys responded. I think pushed it back up to 24 after they got it down to 20 at half.
It just reiterated that we have to keep our foot on the opponent's neck. Can't let up. Nobody in this league is a pushover, and nobody in this league is going to just lay down. So it just reiterated that we have to keep our foot on the neck, keep our foot on the gas, keep pushing, and keep the pressure up.
18 assists, only 9 turnovers. What was really clicking for you guys just with the ball movement offensively?
It's just been an emphasis. It's just been an emphasis taking care of the ball more, being sure of your passes. We don't need home run plays. We'd rather just hit singles and win at the end of the night. But that was just we were stressing that all week, just taking care of the ball, and that's part of our 2 keys for the game: taking care of the ball and rebounding. So we did good tonight.
Anything else for Bryce? Okay. Thank you.
Joe momentarily.
Thanks, Bryce. Y'all gonna be here all night.